Assalamu alaikum everyone. Here is the second part of the previous question to do with spheres and cones. So the question goes to say here is a different solid sphere and a different solid cone. The surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r squared. The curved surface area of the cone is pi r l. All measurements are in centimeters. The surface area of the sphere is equal to the total surface area of the cone. Find R to H and give your answer in the form 1 to root n, where n is an integer. So let's get started. Okay, they don't show H in the diagram. So H is the perpendicular height as before. And just to note, it's a follow-on question. So the radius in both of them are the same. So that's H. So using Pythagoras theorem, because this is a 90-degree angle here, can say r squared plus h squared is equal to L squared. I'll come back to this in a bit. So the two surface areas are the same. So the surface area of the sphere is going to be 4 pi r squared. And that's equal to the surface area of the cone. The surface area of the cone will be the curved surface area plus the area of the bottom over here, which is a circle. Okay, so pi rl is the curved surface area plus pi r squared. Okay, so I'm going to subtract pi r squared both sides first. So that leaves me with 3 pi r squared on the left and just pi rl on the right. And I want to make L the subject of the equation, so I divide by pi r both sides. So the pi's will get completely cancelled out. And r squared divided by r will give me r. So I'm left with just 3r on the left and L over here. So L is the subject, L is equal to 3r. Now I'm going to come to the bottom over here and I'm going to substitute in 3r for L. So I'll continue with this part here. R squared plus h squared is equal to 3r squared. So that'll be 9r squared is equal to r squared plus h squared. What I'm going to do now is subtract r squared both sides. And I get h squared is equal to 8r squared. And I square root both sides. So h is equal to root of 8r. The reason r comes out of the square root is square root of r squared will give you r. Just like in the previous video, so h is the subject of an equation. If I want to convert an equation to a ratio, I need to make sure one of the letters is the subject of the equation. Then I make a table of values. So I've got r and h, and I choose a value for the letter that is not the subject of the equation. In this case, that's r. So it's not a fraction, so I'll choose the value 1. If it was a fraction, the coefficient of r was a fraction, then I would choose a number that is a multiple of the denominator of the fraction. That's not the case, so I will just choose the number 1. So if r is 1, when r is 1, h is equal to root of 8 times the value of r, which is 1, so root of 8. So h would be root of 8. And then the ratio of r to h will be 1 to root 8. Okay, that's it for this question. Hope this has helped. Thank you for watching.